Fellow Guyanese, we apologize for the technical difficulties that we were just undergoing, but things happen. So let me continue. When we call a nation, they must be together. Some of the supporters of the PPP believe that I am dashing Mr. Ali or Barrett or whatever. No. I'm a man will tell you the way I see things because I have traveled widely around this world. And yes, some countries have a lot of population and less resources. Some have no resources and little people. But yet for all, under the late past Burnham government, many Guyanese had to migrate to different countries and all kind of things happened to them, especially the women folks. Many of them advantage of taking them. And you, the adult, know what I'm talking about. Trust me. But every Guyanese that live out of Guyana during Burnham time and present, you will have an opportunity to know which country you are living in and what advantage take you or what goodness make you. And you will have the opportunity to choose the good people who was at your side to bring them to enjoy your hospitality while you were in their country and treated hostilely. But who do we blame? Dr. Jagan the late and Burnham. Hard try his best, but his best was not enough. Then come the PPP with Jagan and his wife, and then Mr. Barrett Jagdeo. Under the PPP government, we have seen a different sort of thing. A flood. Many killing by drugs, wars, and things with the Bacchus family at Princess Street. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse my time. It so happened, too many wrong things happened. Under the Burnham regime, the Black Power movements have begun with Stokely Carmichael and many more, Malcolm X and all of them, and black people believe it was a gift to them in Guyana or the Caribbean. So anybody who was a different nation suffered the consequences unless they were it, but not all the black people had used the ignorance against innocent people. And when we think it will be better, it was corrupt. Courthouse, politician pulling the string. The corrupt elite businessmen, Indian. They would bribe from the Attorney General right back to the President, to the Prime Minister. But that's my opinion. Okay? Because we are victims of what I'm talking about. Under the Burnham time all the way through, even on to now. The PPP promise you everything that is right, but corruption is so high. I wish if every Guyanese could go to sleep in the two major races that are corrupt and never wake up. It will be a great gift to Guyana, especially when you, the black race, are claiming emancipation and not going back home to Africa. And you, the Indian, are claiming their arrival and not going back to India. Let it be known to you all, man. If the world begins with what we say, as many people and historians say, all begins in Africa, then we all are the descendants of it. Let us all go to whatever part of Africa. Guyana is an Amerindian country. Latin, South America, Caribbean, and everything. Even though some learned ladies or gentlemen, illiterate, claim that black people was in Guyana before. A lion and tigers and elephant was in Guyana before Africa too, and India. How could you be so illiterate? Another one put in my comments that the black people is the first one to bring about wheels. Get your act together, it was the Chinese. Okay? And the Indian come about with a thing called the zero in the mathematics affair, according to the historian. Okay? But every nation have contributed something or the other into the human family. But what happened to the African, the Indian, and others, what the European, as you all call the white man, bring to the Caribbean and elsewhere, Let it be known to you they didn't capture you. One was for a price, the Indian cheap labor. One you were sold to them from your own ancestors' generation. But look at it this way. You are benefiting from that, but you still bring it up. Like the journalist said to Mr. Ali in England, BBC, you are talking about all the generation, is this modern generation to pay for that crime that go back for hundreds of years? From the Pharaoh, the Egyptian, all the way to now? Come on. The Nebuchadnezzar, slavery was in every race, Ali, my friend. And if you're a Muslim, the Arab was the one who had a lot of slaves and selling them too. Hypocrites. When you think you all are learning to be wise, to change the world, you all become more illiterate than a man who don't know to read and write. And you all think you know it all. But my argument to Ali, I have nothing against you. God will judge you, not me, no Barra Jack Deal. But what I see, I talk. I don't talk what other people say. What I say, we do not have law in Guyana. It's corrupt. From the police force to the judge and the magistrate. Now again, I'm not saying you may not have good ones. But what good is you? May the curse of darkness behold all of your generation and your children, if you had locked up an innocent man. Lie on an innocent man, and you Indians love to cry and lie. You treat your women with scorn. You kill them. You insult them. But then the women got to change too, because when an Indian woman joins a family, she wants to turn her husband to be the slave of hers, but he must deny his own the right. But you call on Allah, Bhagwan, and God. Change, for God's sake. Now, why Amerindian have to buy land in Guyana? Tell me. When it's their own and you claiming arrival as Indian descendant and the blacks claiming emancipation or slavery. It's an Amerindian country. The two of you will go to heaven and take away from Muhammad and Jesus, Isa, Moses, oh man. And y'all are talking? All these corrupt bandit, major and priests. Guyana right now can take millions of people. Why am I upset with Mr. Ali, what he have done with the BBC interview? And what he done in the United Nations? He opened a can of worm and he widening the hatred for his Indian people because these white people, how you call them, European, have nothing to lose but to make you suffer down the road because of your negligence of what you're saying. Not all European white people, as you call them, is bad. Many fought against slavery. Many fought against cheap labor. We all are benefiting from every race. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't get electric light. You would have been having a plane taking you hours and minutes to a certain place or a car to your destination. Come on, friends. The ancestor was running on foot, had no clothes, just a piece of bush leaf. We didn't have the kind of house you got today. Swimming pool, the kind of water you're drinking and showering in. You would have had a guitar, you would have been beating tree stump for drums. Today, these things have come from one generation to the other. Some of you blacks are billionaires and millionaires. Will you all be like to give that up and let's go back to Africa naked and walk tribalism? No. Some of you think you wear more jewelry around your neck than Mr. T. My friends, you all got to come off of this nonsense, or we all have to die and leave it. Why I'm mad with Mr. Ali and what he have done with the interview is plain and simple. We having a problem with our neighboring country called Venezuela. Maduro is a Colombian, but he's the president of Venezuela. And he's claiming 60% of the country. And Spain's supposed to be European too. Okay? And there was ruled by the Moors for over 500 years, but some African and other people say 700 years. Let me mix up. We don't even have a proper boat, a plane, and a well-trained army to stand up against the People Coast Guard, much less challenging the European, such as England, and whenever you're done, the American, the Canadians are the blood of European. I don't hear them talk about it, Mr. Ali. India turned their back on Guyana the other day when they say they support Venezuela. Is it because you are a Muslim and Mr. Nudi is a Hindu? And the man make it clear, India is for Hindus, not Muslim. All you hypocrites better wake up. And you all talk so big, you talk about the forest, the jungle, the carbon. It's not Indian people or black people or Portuguese Chinese, it's the native Indian. How would you like somebody move in your yard and take away everything from you and got you as a servant? I do hope that when you hold the Quran, it catches a fire in your hand. You might hate me, but you call yourself a Muslim. Or Bharat hold the Ramayana, well, the mine are already, so I don't expect much from the poor brother. But every crime that you all committed against innocent people, you all will answer it. And if you all don't answer it, your children will answer it. Trust me. Come on, Mr. Ali. Why Amerindian have to buy land in Guyana? Suddenly y'all turn real estate agent. Now the money with the oil, the man asks a very good question. And you want to lecture them. You are not in a position, you don't even have a military force. 4,000 soldiers or something. And guess what? 98% happen to be the African descendant. In minutes or hours, you can lose a position. Because everybody are hungry and they will do it for money. That is why I'm worried about it. You could have come together, unite this nation, but you're picking fight with the European. Who put you there? They could have said it's time for you to go back to India. And the Africans back to Africa, because let it be honest with you, it was proven it happened already on this earth. Idi Amin put out close to 1 million Indians. Over 3/4 of them, they're born in Uganda. And Burma killing them and chasing them and taking everything from them just next to India. Another thing, Mugabe. Former Rhodesia, every white man had to leave. And it was about to be in South Africa, but it changed. So when y'all opening y'all's soul, be careful what you're asking for. Now, if Venezuela should start to approach coming in, what can you do, Ali? You call England, England says we have nothing to do with it. You call America, they say we are white people too, yeah? We are European descendants, we have nothing to do with it. India is not coming, Africa ain't coming. But them say you say AMC will have $1 million, $1 million US, whatever it is. I didn't hear they say nothing about that. Barbados, the Caribbean tried to do something because they are a rock in the ocean, and Guyana was once the breadbasket, and many Highlanders was in Guyana working in the gold field and other area. You are great-grandchildren of slaves and cheap labor, which I am a part of both sides and other nations. But what is right, Ali? What is right? How right are you? Can you lift your hand and swear that you are, from 1 to 10, you are 5% right? Come on, man. Well, I will listen to Bharat because the Constitution is not a constitution, it's an institution. And you ignorant, stupid black people, get this in your mind. When an Indian pay you to kill somebody, or offer you the position, don't tell them no, because they're going to get somebody to kill you quick before you talk. And even if you do it, you're still dead, friend. You're dead by drive-by shooting, poisoning, car accident, or they'll find a way to kill you quick because they know you're going to talk one day. So where y'all going? Come on. When will y'all think? I have too many problems in Guyana with Indian bribing the NDC, bribing the surveyor, bribing this body, even bribing the court. Where 80% of y'all are blacks and Indian bribing you. Suppose I join Venezuela because I want revenge. Will that be nice? But I'm not here like that. I'm waiting on justice, Mr. Ali. Guyana is a corrupt place. I look at the interview there with Barry Jackneo. He wants to know who and he blaming the opposition. None of you are leaders. Is America choosing y'all, man? But between the two of you, you black people still have a little more feelings and understanding than Indians. Indians hug you like Judas and poison your ass. Lie on you and cry. Again, you still have some good ones who have to go away. That they couldn't take it. So I am tired with hearing the white man slave we were slaves and we are cheap labor. Are you not inheriting what the people of the Apaches of the mainland of the Americans and Caribbean suffer for and you're enjoying it? Then give it up and go back to Africa and India. Let's clean the place and find the last generation of the Arawak and, as you say, indigenous, and give them back their country. You shameless creature on both sides of the fence. For whatever crime you all committed against innocent people, your children shall answer the call if you don't. Trust me. Let it be known to you. The death of the late Walter Rodney, where's Gregory Smith? They say he died in Guyana, ask who killed him. Or they poison him. By across the bridge in Guyana where they're shooting a rocket in the air in the little place where everybody drink and so there. He used to go and hang out there. It was somebody else poisoning him. Let me tell you all that. And they don't want him to talk. Who killed Father Doc? The guy from Agricola? The white man, as you say, who was documenting everything and exposing everything in the Catholic Standard? Who killed Vincent Tika? He left Jagan and was very close alive, and they're jealous because he was close to Fidel Castro? Friends, how long Jagan lived to enjoy his presidency? When he came to New York and there was a meeting in Manhattan, I was there. Christina was doing from a TV station the interview. When she walked up to Dr. Dan Paul Narayan, and he's a backer of the PPP and Cherry. And she asked him, he said Cherry is ready like Freddie for the next election. A good man. Then she came to me, Mr. Karai. You heard what Dr. Dan Paul just said? And she repeated. I says, Dr. Dan Paul is right. He was looking at me. It's on a video. Cherry is ready like Freddie, but not for the election. He's ready for the graveyard. He went back home. Not long after he gets sick, they bring him to Walter Reed Hospital to hear he dead. Learn one thing. Nobody will escape the wrath of America when you go against them. Once you're in this hemisphere. And I want you to know, America have done a lot of good in this world, but they make a little mistake in and out because they've been miscalculate leaders. Right? But they're the only people that believe in the human rights and democracy, even though from 1 to 10 I will give them 7.5 of humanity. The rest is politics. But in the communist world, you got to be careful. In the Indian world, it's full of corruption, low talk. And in the black world, it's tribalism. Why we don't throw all this ism aside and unite and take care of your family and bring people into Guyana, where it started. Give your African brothers and sisters an opportunity, instead of going to Saudi Arabia to be beat, raped, and killed, come to Guyana. Instead of your Indian brothers and sisters going into Saudi Arabia, Dubai, and say goodbye, bring them to Guyana, so we all could unite and make God's world a paradise, so the Arab, the Jews, and others can learn from the children of slavery, grandchildren, and cheap labor, and others, where the native of the country and all foreigners could work together for a common goal: humanity, love, affection, and to go forward with hospitality and worship your God. No religious conflict. All life matters, not black life matters, Indian life matters. All right? Learn from the Shah of Iran. He was on the run through the Ayatollah. Saddam was hanged. Gaddafi was killed in a gutter. And he was a man trying to change currency in the whole Africa. He even have a place in Guyana. Come on, man. Hugo Chavez helped us with oil during the 70s. Today we're going to Dubai, Saudi Arabia. Are you people know what you're doing? Huh? Now we hear Abi Isle. Abi is not African language. nor Indian, okay? Let's unite and put Guyana forward, form a national front government, put the native to head it, and administrate by the other 5, and open up the door to Africa and India and the Caribbean, and let's teach the people around the world, the children, great-grandchildren of slavery, cheap labor, and native and others can unite to build the steps to heaven if Allah, Bhagwan, God want to come. Okay? That's my philosophy. But we must get justice. If you lie on a man, I believe in killing you. If you thief from a man, cut out your hand. Y'all ain't gonna like that law. That's just Saudi Arabia law, cut out your hand if you thief. Well, boy, I don't know how much of y'all gonna get a hand in Guyana, in the parliament, in the laws of Saudi come out, and in the courthouse. Let it be known, no crime shall be existing and pay. Crime don't pay. You will get it back. Okay? So let's unite. Everybody will get house, land, and sharing from the oil. The politicians are civil servants. Police, nurse, doctors, and all should give them a better salary, money to build a house, and land to build it, and make laws where your wife shall be taking care of the home, take care of your family, and y'all don't beat them, rape them, and use them. Law and order. Thank you for listening, and I am your host, George Correa. May God be with all of you. See, if I get a chance, just a flashlight, like my big church, he said, give it to school. They said, no. One man said, you know why we can't get school? School's all right. Yeah. Bodies, you know your part of his pain. You know his pain. You know he's a man who will give you hard for watch your scratches. If you chop out your foot accidentally, you get to watch your scratches with hatred, racism. You will wipe your generation.